I was so irritated yesterday because yesterday and last night and right now, in fact, it's below freezing right now. Last night it got down to the 20s, but I'm like, okay, you know what? If everything is on fire and terrible and awful, at least maybe could I have snow just for a day? Not a lot of deep snow, just some snow. You know what happened? It rained hours before it dropped below freezing. So it's like, oh, you want some snow? You want some snow? You want a little snow? No! Black ice for you! Screw driving!
We got snow overnight. And the thing about where I live is in Denver, you really have to pay attention to which way your house faces, because literally the sun here is like a 10 to 20 degree swing between sun and shade. So I think I've mentioned this before, like the front of my house faces the sun. Upside is I almost never have to shovel my sidewalk. Downside is it took me 4 years to find flowers that don't just burst into flames in the middle of the day. Back of my house where I pull out of my garage, because where I live, we have all like shared alleys behind the houses, faces away from the sun. That motherfucker is going to be a hockey rink till May.
Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air audience, go out on the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What's Wrong With You? We do not have a bear update, but this night happened again. I've lost count. Maybe, has anyone else been keeping track? I've lost fucking count. Tara? I don't know why anybody buys these bags anymore. Prior Lake woman arrested with bag of drugs labeled definitely not a bag full of drugs. 40-year-old Prior Lake woman just before midnight New Year's Eve. Suspicion of drunken driving, drug possession stemming from the contents of the ironically messaged paper bag. A paper bag? Really? Like, did you make it? Found a brown bag with writing on it that contained a marijuana brown. You were too cheap to Etsy one.
I mean, I have my lunch bag that I take to work is an insulated lunch bag, but the outside looks and feels like a brown paper bag. I don't know what it's made of, because it's definitely not actually paper. It's much more durable, and it says hangry. So it could be some kind of substance that looks like a paper bag, because my lunch bag looks like a brown paper bag. But you're supposed to buy those bags and put your makeup in it.
Yeah, not
actually drugs.
How many is that now? This is the third time? This is the third. It feels like more than 3 times.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like more than 3 times.
And I know people buy it and they think they're being like ironic. But if you're carrying something that says definitely not a bag full of drugs and the cops pull you over, they're going to look in that bag.
In the bag, because, yeah.
So if they look in the bag and there's a fucking lipstick, they're going to be like, haha, very funny. If they look in the bag and there's meth, you're going to jail.
Well, let's shift gears.
And
Today
I feel like at least the cops will say that just the message on that bag is probable cause. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like that's what they'll say.
Well, shift gears a little bit. Today was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And
the day white people love to fuck up Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, Tara, I'm as surprised as you are. Today, it was not the white people. I'm going to show you a picture here, and you're probably going.
Dottie, did you just vomit on my carpet, Dottie?
Yay!
I heard what?
Well, she has good reason to. Have a look at this. LeBron James has teamed up with Nike to make a Nike and LeBron remember Martin Luther King Jr. Now, do you know why it is that color?
I probably. Oh no!
You don't
no!
want,
No!
yes,
No!
yes, yes. Oh, yes. It's so the Honor the King Nike shoes. James debuted the shoes earlier this month during a game. Sneakerheads are already skeptical. Unreleased kicks received more attention when the New York Times wrote a cover story. Let's see, where's the color? Yeah, the color is based on, the teal colorway draws inspiration from Lorraine Motel, the location of the civil rights activists' assassination in 1968. It's also a nod to the 2008 game where James dropped 51 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. So there's a nice little synergy. What the fuck?
You couldn't think of anything else about Martin Luther King? Like, you couldn't make it, just off the top of my head, you couldn't do like a black wraparound with a white middle and black laces so it looks like the suit he was most commonly seen wearing?
Yeah, no, it's got to be the...
And that's not even a good idea, but it's a better idea than, hey, remember where he was shot?
But Tara, also...
You couldn't just do a sneaker with one of his quotes around, like, the outsole?
But also, Tara, the 2008 game where LeBron scored 51 points.
Which even that isn't like the most important piece of Black history that happened in 2008, because Barack Obama got the nomination for president and gave his nomination speech on the same day as the I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah.
So it's not even the most important piece of Black history that happened that year.
Core Geek in the channel goes, I thought it was Statue of Liberty green. No, it was not. It was not. It
like LeBron James is usually regarded as a pretty okay guy. Like, he runs schools for kids. Like, he owns like schools for underprivileged kids. Like, he doesn't usually have a reputation for being a dick.
He has a lot of money. And when you have a lot of money, people are terrified to tell you, don't do that. Please.
And I really feel like at a certain level of income, you just go a little insane. I really think a certain amount of money, you just go a little insane. Because you couldn't think of anything else about Martin Luther King besides he got shot.
Well, you see, LeBron...
We have lost the ability to be normal about Martin Luther King. We just have absolutely lost the fucking plot on this person, because white people love to be like, I have a dream, and forget like the white moderate thing. Like, everybody wants a piece of Martin Luther King. And like, yes, he tried to do things nonviolently. Yes, he tried very hard to not fuck shit up for everybody. If I recall, he also kind of cheated on his wife a lot, but whatever. We just all want to make him like this night. We want to make him Buddy Christ.
Yeah.
And I would love it if we would stop doing that. Even like, and we can't be normal. Oh, you're about just people going, who are being normal. Because like, they're going to hate me for this one. I don't fucking care. Kamala Harris posted video today. She visited that hotel. And what do you think happened in the replies? Where do you live to
LeBron James made a shoe based on Kamala James visiting the hotel.
Maybe that's what the shoe is really about. I just need us to be a little more fucking normal about Martin Luther King. He and his kids don't deserve our bullshit, man.
Well, you see, anyway. LeBron James shot 51 points, and Martin Luther King Jr. shot. Anyway, let's move along.
That's a good point. I don't know if the cheating was substantiated or if that was an FBI op. So I should not.
Might have been the FBI
I don't know
op,
for a fact that. And the FBI did a lot of hinky shit. So that's a good point. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that
out. Well, let's move back to our normal level of ridiculous horse shit. This is from South Miami, because of course it's Florida. Sometimes you encounter someone who just does not grasp the concept. For example, a rideshare is when someone else drives you someplace in their car. It's not when someone shows up in their car to drive you someplace and you drive yourself home in their car.
No, that's theft.
Yes, that is in fact theft. That is stealing. It's a different thing entirely. Authorities have arrested a woman on grand theft auto and drug charges after they said she ordered a Lyft ride from a South Miami store and then took the driver's car herself after distracting him.
It's not DoorDash for cars.
Investigators
like, you know
with
what?
The police department.
I want one of them, their Mazda Miatas. Let me just order one.
Lyft driver went to the Family Dollar, picked up a woman later identified as Lindsay Kristen Josefberg. Police said Josefberg, 37, asked the driver for help loading her bags into the Honda Accord. They said as he walked around the back of the car, she went up foot, got in the driver's seat, and took off in the sedan. So wait a minute. You left without him and your bags. Well, wait, there's more. Authorities didn't have a hard time tracking her down because the driver's cell phone was still inside. Police said his girlfriend came and helped authorities trace it down using Find My Phone. It turned out, authorities said, that Josefsberg drove home.
Of course she did. Of course she did. They always fucking do.
Police found the Honda and a deputy who saw Josefsberg get into the car with others that conducted a traffic stop. Police said she admitted she stole the vehicle, but her problems with the law didn't end there. Police said they found a pink glass pipe with suspected cocaine residue in her purse, along with a 5.5 milligram suspected Xanax pill. Josefsberg wasn't supposed to be driving any vehicle, stolen or not. Her license has been suspended for more than 2 years. Did you just want to do all of the crime at once? Was this like, was this like a Walmart of crime? You wanted to pick up everything at the same time? Just easy.
I mean, work smarter, not harder, right? Work smarter, not harder. You're going to do crime, do it all at once.
Why did you try? Not only did she keep the car, she went around.
The look on her face in the mugshot, like she genuinely looks confused.
Did not understand the assignment.
Maybe that's just the eyebrow choices we've made. But like she looks confused.
She does. Why did you just, if you had just taken the Lyft, like the best crime you could have done here was to just ditch it and run. But I don't think you can do that because you have to prepay on your app, right? So
yeah, I was just gonna say, you know what the stupidest part is?
Yeah.
I usually, if I need rides, I usually use Uber. But you prepay.
Yeah.
She still paid this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Her rating on the app is going to go way down after this. She's not going to get any more rides. You got to think about that. Your star rating, just what? Just fucking.
I don't know what my rating is on Uber. I only ever use it to get to and from the airport.
All right. This next one is also Florida. And the headline alone, you will all join me in this. and sit there. Once you hear the phrasing, you're going to have to figure out with me the physics of what happened. And it's not going to be fun. No one's going to have fun here. Woman tries to avoid arrest by defecating towards officers. Ah.
Oh, she tried the hippo defense.
How?
Because you piss off a hippo, the way that they a sign of aggression is they projectile poop and then whip their tail around like a fan to spread it to make you get the fuck away from them.
But Tara, people don't have a tail.
We don't.
On Tuesday, officers responded to the Palms of Emerald Coast massage parlor due to a report of a battery on a Department of Health employee. According to the Fort Walton Police Department, the employee was conducting a routine inspection when Fan Wong, I think I'm saying that correctly, massage parlor employee became upset and started yelling at the inspector. Police said Wong tried to force the inspector out of the business. When officers tried to detain Wong, she started defecating toward officers in an attempt to avoid being arrested.
Now that would seem to suggest that she either was already not wearing pants.
Possibly, yes.
Or removed them. I mean, I suppose she could have been wearing a dress with nothing under it.
Just drop trowel, though. Yeah.
Like, how do you not include that in the story? Because that seems like that's an important step.
It is. How in the... police said this was a follow-up investigated related to a search warrant previously served on this location when it was under the name Blue Bay Massage and Spa, New Magnolia Spa, and Classy Spa. Well, I don't think they're going to use Classy again because, yeah.
Honestly, if I drove past a place called Classy Spa, I would assume it was the opposite.
Yeah. How, I'm just...
Similar to I used to get my nails done at a place called VIP Nails. Nothing about it was a VIP experience. Ever.
I don't know about you, but normally when it comes to the whole digestion thing, it's normally a gravity issue. I don't really feel like I have any launch force there. You know?
You did after the Hormel stew.
Yeah, I did shit my soul then. Yes, that was terrible. But normally I'm
more impressed that people can do this on command.
It's like a fucking skunk or something. Jesus
yeah. You could be using that skill in much more lucrative ways, if we're being honest.
Sadly, yes. Next one is from Hyannis, Massachusetts. And this is when... Have you ever been doing something you shouldn't have been doing, but find yourself in a position where getting in trouble for that is much less than getting in trouble for the rest of it? Holy shit, this guy. I would have just been like, I confess everything. I did not do this. Failed Hyannis car thief stumbles on 1.1 kilos of cocaine, calls police.
Oh, were you at the Kennedy compound?
Hyannis, Massachusetts. Bizarre twist of fate that underscores the unpredictable nature of crime. A would-be car thief's unsuccessful attempt to steal a vehicle inadvertently uncovered over a kilogram of cocaine hidden in its trunk, prompting him to alert the authorities and lead the arrest of the car's owner, 62-year-old Nantucket man. Incident unfolded on Tuesday, January 6th, when a Barnstable police patrol officer was approached following a call from a man who reported discovering a suspicious package containing a white powdery substance. Caller suspected the substance was narcotic and requested police assistance. Officers met with a man who subsequently brought for a formal interview. It was during this questioning that the man's story evolved dramatically. He confessed the initial account was fabricated. The package wasn't found on the roadside at all and said he had stumbled upon it trying to burglarize the parked car for valuables. Now,
like, wouldn't you just walk away?
Right? But no, you
just
decide
this is not my fucking problem.
Right. You decided to snitch, though. Like, you know what? However you feel about drugs and, trafficking and all that shit, we don't talk to the cops.
Well, especially if you're in the middle of a felony.
If you're in the middle of like that kind of compounds the issue there, right? Because they're arresting somebody, bro.
They're the last people you want to talk to when you're in the middle of criming.
They're not just going to be like, oh, okay, we're going to forget that crime because you're such a good citizen.
You know what? You were a good citizen, so we're going to let you have this one. There's your freebie. No.
Yeah, we're going to give you a scratch off. We're going to give you a card here. You can hole punch. You can steal up to 3 catalytic converters. Okay?
Can you imagine? Just the face on this guy, though. This guy's got to be Irish. This is the car owner, I think.
Yeah, that's the owner. That's the guy who owned the car.
But here's a fun fact about people of Irish heritage. As we age, we all kind of look more alike. My mom used to say, like, you walk into a room full of strangers and know every face because our cheeks fall. Our nose gets real big. I'm not looking forward to that. And we just get redder. Especially, you get more red if you drink a lot. So I probably won't get super red because I don't drink a lot. But like the cheeks are already going. I'm not looking forward to the nose getting bigger, but it seems to happen to all of us. And eventually we all look like Brendan Gleeson. So if we're still doing this show in 30 years, it's going to be Nash and Brendan Gleeson, just so y'all know. Okay. This guy is well on his way. He's all Mad Eye Mooney energy.
Well, moving right along. This next one's from Michigan. And you and I have both lived in cold climates. Now, Tara, when there is a snow advisory, there's a winter weather advisory, what do we do?
Go inside?
If at all possible, stay the fuck home.
Yeah. Like, I didn't drive today because my roads were very icy. So,
well,
I have a Jeep. It's great in snow. Ice, not so much.
This is one of those I'm amazed no one is dead kind of things. Because holy fucking shit. 100 vehicle pileup in Michigan crash as snowstorm moves across the country. More than 100 vehicles smashed into each other or slid off the interstate in Michigan as snow fueled by the Great Lakes blanketed the state. The interstate. You remember in the Matrix, what was it? Matrix Reloaded? It's like, you said never get on the interstate, it's death. Never get on the interstate, it's death. Massive pileup prompted the Michigan State Police to close both directions of Interstate 196 Monday, while officials worked to remove vehicles, including more than 30 semi-trailer trucks. State Police said there were numerous injuries. No deaths have been reported. Pedro Mato Jr. said he could barely see the cars in front of him as snow blew across the road while driving 20 to 25 miles per hour before the crash. He was able to stop his pickup safely, then decided to pull his truck off the road onto the median to avoid being hit from behind. Quote, "It was a little scary just listening to everything. The bangs and booms behind you. I saw what was in front of me. I couldn't see it was behind me exactly. Why were you on the road? Why?"
I mean, I will say, back in my retail days, more than once, the governor of Connecticut like shut down the highways except for emergency vehicles. And Sephora was like, no, you better come in. We're open. Someone might need a lip gloss. And I needed that job. So my dumbass was on the road to go sell makeup. So I get it. Like some people, life sucks and you have to go to work no matter what. 100 cars though.
100.
And you know how long that shit took to clean up?
Ever.
In that weather? And how many cars were hit hard enough that their car was fucked enough that they were sitting there without heat?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had a car break down with no heat when it was very cold out, and it sucks. That's a bad day for everybody.
A miracle nobody's fucking dead.
Yeah.
There's a point, and people are like, shouldn't Michigan there's no better? Man, when I lived in Illinois, and I'm from the South, and it started coming down. There was ice and shit, and it was snowing, and I'm like, I ain't going fucking nowhere. And my apartment.
Yeah, sorry.
My apartment was right next to the street. Like I could look out of my window, and then there's a street going by out there, and people was a driving, and I'm just sitting there going, why?
You would really think that people who live in places where it snows a lot would be good at driving in snow.
They're not.
But no.
They're so bad.
I have lived in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Colorado. And I'm here it snows in all those places quite a bit. And I'm here to tell you, people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Even when it was just like a little snow was coming down, my ass was out there. Okay, 10 and 2, drive into the skid, and there's motherfuckers like right the fuck past me.
Even the most basic thing, which is you pump the brake, don't press the brake, right? Because if you press the brake all at once, you're going to slide. You do slow pumps. That's the most basic driving in snow shit ever. People can't manage it. And you can see it by the brake lights, because your brake lights should be going on and off as you pump.
Well,
and I watch people and I'm like...
Well, there's something I don't know quite understand why, but it's like a biological imperative that when the snow comes down, you have to go to the store and get eggs and milk and bread. Eggs and milk and bread.
I'm sure I've told this story before. When Dan first moved up to New Jersey, he went to get groceries in advance of a big snowstorm, and he came home and he said, is it like a tradition here when it snows that everybody makes French toast? And I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, what? Why? What do you mean? And he's like, all the eggs, milk, and bread are gone. So I'm just assuming when it snows up here, everybody makes French toast. And I'm like, oh, no, it's just that we act as though we're never going to leave the house again because we're fucking idiots. Yeah. But we can have French toast tomorrow. That sounds great. But he was legit really confused by that.
Last one tonight. This is from Las Vegas. And, we've all felt this way at one point or another, but there's a reason we don't do this sort of thing, not because we don't really want to, but just because generally it's not a very effective technique. Man accused of attempting to run over Henderson officers with stolen construction vehicle. Look at this shit. 8 Now News investigators identified a man accused of stealing a construction vehicle and repeatedly trying to run over Henderson police officers before police shot him. He's okay, arm and leg. He's all right. Juan Rinkin Carino, 33, faces charges of attempted murder, resisting a public officer with a deadly weapon, grand larceny of a motor vehicle, and destruction of property on another after attempting to steal a construction vehicle. Officers tried to stop Rinkin Carino as he's trying to leave the scene. Police say he attempted to run over officers with a front-loader construction vehicle. He then rammed 2 patrol vehicles, which caused them to become lodged under the front loader. Look, brother, I know it's a great big, you're like what? Like a 12-year-old. It's a great big car. You think it's like Bigfoot. It's like monster truck. It's not a monster truck. It's not a monster truck. It's not made to do this shit. You are not going to beat their cars with a fucking front loader because it's a front loader.
Here's my question. I'm looking at this photo.
Yeah.
And they say front loader.
Yeah.
But the loader's on the back. So how did the loader come to be on the back?
Well, that's I don't know. I don't know, Tara.
Like what? No, I know. I'm saying, but like I don't. To my knowledge, a vehicle with the loader on the back does not exist. Which tells me something fucking catastrophic happened here.
We drive on a parkway. We park on a driveway. I don't understand. We just go with it.
No, I don't think the loader started on the back, is what I'm saying.
The officers were forced to fire their weapon after he attempted to run over police repeatedly, shot in the arm and leg, taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Yeah, the large machine is not built to be a getaway vehicle. They're not jumping as one of the machines and making a speedy getaway.
They do not go fast.
Like, if you try to steal one of these things, you cannot fight the police with them because they are not bulletproof. It's the Zamboni
scene from Deadpool. They're also, my dad drove an excavator. He dug foundations for houses for a living. They don't go fast. They're built for power, not speed. They are not the fucking juggernaut, bitch.
It's just like, it's like thinking because a cow is really big that it's battle ready. That's not how that works. You know?
Did you hear, though, that they think cows might be a lot smarter than we thought? Because they found one scratching its back with a stick?
You mean cow tools?
Yeah.
Is cow tools? Yeah. Well, cows aren't trying to invade Greenland, so yes, they are much smarter than we are.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about the rest of the world, but they're much smarter than the Americans anyway. Like, it was a Kawasaki front loader, but it's an older one. It's a little nuanced. You have to know how to get it, one of those big machines, find ways to get it started, the keys. Seen situations like multiple times. The only time anybody ever gets into a large piece of construction equipment to cause property damage, he was just trying to cause as much mayhem as he possibly could. Well, that's not going to work out for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if this was a tank.
Okay, so someone says, I've seen the A-team use construction vehicles multiple times in fights. Well, if the A-team did it, as we all know, that motherfucker was a documentary series.
They'd fucking get like a forklift and a couple of propane tanks and some like a toaster, and they'd make a fucking robot out of that shit.
No, that's MacGyver. Different mullet show.
No, brother, just because it's as big as a tank does not mean it will function. That's the first thing we learned that this week. Just because it's the size of a tank does not mean it will function as a tank. It is not battle ready. You dipshit.
Also, whatever you have done is not going to be half as bad as crushing a fucking cop in their car. They don't like that. They take that personal.
Like hot wiring that thing and running away, that's one thing. Hot wiring it and then smashing the cop cars, they're going to be a little more pissed about that. You know? Yeah. We've learned that just because you have to, I mean, don't drive when it's fucking freezing out. If you can possibly avoid it, don't do it.
Yeah,
if you have to, be super ass careful because nobody else is. We have learned you're not going to get brownie points for the cops if you commit a crime and then point out somebody else getting a crime. Trust me, this has happened quite a few times in our history.
That's not what turning state's evidence means.
No, that's not how that works. You're still in fucking trouble. You're not be like, They're not
You
going to
gotta make
pat
that
you in the
arrangement
head.
first.
Yeah, you're not getting a medal, bruh. We have learned somehow you can defecate towards people. We don't know how. And that's something we
the
didn't know
hippos know
before
how.
now. Yeah, but not us. We should.
We have not evolved that technology.
Let's hope we never do. Well, someone has. God damn it. What's happening?
To be honest, I don't even know how the physics would work, because even if you bend fully forward,
I don't know either. Gravity. It normally works with gravity, man.
but even just the way the orifice points doesn't seem to be conducive to that.
There's not a spring loading in there or anything, right? It's just
yeah.
We learned that just because you take the Lyft home doesn't mean you can keep it.
No.
You didn't win yourself a new car. It's not the price is right.
You have not discovered this one trick the car dealerships don't want you to know.
And finally, we've learned somebody needs to tell LeBron no.
Yeah.
Of course, we learned this after he did the Space Jam sequel.